so our download is complete, and now I'm going to open up Silhouette so that you can see how to print this in Silhouette. So I'm just going to open up my Silhouette. Silhouette Studios is a free program. Now, once Silhouette is open, you want to do a couple of things. First, you want to open up your page setup, which should be in this right hand corner here that says open the page setup panel. You're going to open that up. And if it's not set up already, mine is already set up, but if yours is not set up, you want to go and choose the following settings. Machine should be none. Your cutting mat should be none. Your media size should be 8.5 by 11. And then, of course, you could change that orientation to landscape or portrait. We're going to do landscape because our tumbler design is going to be in landscape. Now, you do not need a silhouette in order for you to do this. We are only using Silhouette currently for printing. You can do a lot of things in Silhouette, but right now I'm just teaching you how to print in Silhouette. You're going to now want to bring your design in, File, Merge, and then pick your design from your downloads folder and hit OK. Your design will now load, so give it a little time to load. There we go. So now the file has been loaded. We're going to hit this lock button. It came in way bigger than what we needed to. So I'm going to exit out the page setup, and we're just going to hit this lock button up here to lock the aspect ratio, meaning whatever, if I decide to do the width or the height, it will automatically adjust the other. So I know that our tumblers are sized to be 9.3 by 8.3. If you do not know this, there is going to be a guide for you to know what the standard tumbler sizes are that we go by. These are just a standardized. That does not mean that it will fit all, but it's a standard sizing for you. So here we'll do 9.3, hit enter, and it'll automatically adjust. I actually did 8.2, it looks like on this, and 9.3, which is fine. It should still work perfect. You're going to go here, move it to the center. You can also go here and it would center it to the page as well. Then we're going to hit Send to Printer. It's going to give you a print preview. You're going to say print. Here you are going to select your printer. So if you're working from an EcoTank printer or a WorkForce printer from Epson, your screen should look like this. So I'm going to hit the WorkForce 7720 and hit Preferences. Your screen should look like this when it pops up. If it does not look like this means you need to download your drivers. I will show you how to download your drivers in another video. Look at that video if your screen does not look like this, okay? Now, here I'm going to show you the settings that you typically use, and then based on these settings, I would say adjust as needed, right? These settings work great for us, but some papers are a little different and you may need to adjust the settings. So for us, what we typically do is say paper sources auto select, document size is 8.5 by 11. Our paper type is going to be premium presentation paper matte. So it's going to have a little thicker bit of paper. Our quality is going to be high. And of course, we want color. That's all we're going to do on this page. Besides, I like to check print preview just to allow myself to see how it's going to print before it actually goes to the printer. You do not have to do this. This is optional, but I like to do that. So that's all you have to do on this page. You're going to go to the next tab where it says More Options. Click that More Options. And this color correction, you're going to say Custom and then hit Advanced. Now, For some inks, such as Cosmos ink, they suggest that you can just say ICM and your color should work perfect. However, sometimes that may or may not be the case. Your next option would be to go to color controls. And once you go to the color controls, you'll go to color mode, and that color mode will be Adobe RGB. From there, you'll see this gamma. You'll pick 2.2 or 1.8. Either one is perfectly fine to use, but those are the two that you would like to use, 1.8 or 2.2. Hit OK. Here, you want to turn this high-speed printing off under the additional settings. And here is where you mirror your image. So you do not have to mirror the image while you're designing. The printer will flip the image for you. Do not use this when you're doing, let's say, clocks or cutting boards. That's not required. But for most of your projects, you'll need to mirror your image. So be sure to hit the mirror image button, go back to main, and that's all of the settings that you need to change. Print. Then just say okay, hit apply, and then you're ready to print. And you can say print, and then mine will also go through and show the print preview. And I'll show that to you now so that you get to see how it will look. So here is that print preview so that you can kind of get an idea of what it will look like ahead of time. All right. So that is how you print using Silhouette and the printer settings that you need. And that's for your EcoTanks and WorkForce printers.